Hello, this is Sally Chang of Evergreen Taiji Academy. Welcome to Morning Qigong. Good morning. All right, step out with your feet parallel, just a easy hips distance stance. And from here, sink in your stance as if you're opening up the spaces in between the vertebrae of your spine. Keep the head floating up there like somebody's holding your head up. Open the palms up to the sides, then up to the ceiling. Raise your body as you raise your arms. Then exhale, keep the spine straight as you bring the palms down the front center line. Inhale, big breath up. And exhale, down the front center line. Open up the chest. Open up the lungs. Raise the body a little bit as you raise the arms. Sink the body a little bit as you sink the arms. As you bring the arms above the shoulders, drop the lumbar spine, the lower back. Keep the spine straight. Keep the neck straight. So as the arms go up, lower back goes down, like somebody is just straightening out your shirt in your lower back area. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Now lengthen your arms and your fingers like they're really, really long. They go through the sides of the wall, up through the ceiling. Keep the chin slightly tucked so that the head is not going up and down. Chin is slightly tucked. Stabilize the head, stabilize the neck. Keep the neck space, really put your mind in the space in between the vertebrae, the disc space. Maintain the space in the spine. Don't compress the space. Maintain the space. Good. Okay. Shake it out a little bit. Give a little bounce in the knees. Loosen up your shoulders. Loosen up the arms and the wrists, hands. As you move up and down, think about putting air into the knees, like increase the joint space in the knees rather than bearing down. Good. Okay. All right. So let's do a little bit of massage for our face. So it is autumn season here, so it's good to help to loosen up the sinuses and everything that's going on up here. So from here, we're going to close the first finger, and you're going to be using this side of the knuckle. And you're just going to be massaging, plant your thumbs on your cheekbones, and then massage the orbit of the eye. So just the bone around the eyeball. So like the eyebrow, the side of the eye, and underneath. And take some deep breaths while you're doing that. Keep your shoulders down while you do this. Shoulders are relaxed, the elbows are relaxed. And try not to press the face forward. You want to just stay in your stance. Bring your belly in to stabilize your stance. You can also do this seated. Good. At least 10 of those. Then with the forefinger, you're going to go up the bridge of the nose and then out the sides of the cheeks. Up the bridge of the nose, out the sides of the cheeks. So we're just connecting with and opening up the sinus cavities. Again, keep the shoulders down, keep the elbows down. Pull the scapula down, keep them on the ribs as you're doing this. The shoulder bones. Good. All right, and then from there, massage the jawbone. Jawbone here, where the lower jaw and the upper jaw meet. Just try and find the space where your finger just kind of dig in there. And then press in, but don't push your face forward. Okay, so just stay in your stance, stay rooted in your stance. Bring your belly in towards your spine to give your core a little bit of tone, and then just go circles, circles. So get in there in that TMJ, the temporal mandibular joint, and take your time. So some people have a lot of tension in here, some people not so much, but it's good just to stretch it out. You can do circles, or you can just press straight in. Make a funny face for the morning. There are so many nerve endings in the teeth and jaw area that go up to the brain and the face. There's a lot of nerve innervation into the face area. It's important to not hold too much tension there. Good. And then with the heel of the hand, you press in here, and again without pressing the face forward, so you don't want to increase the tension on the neck. The neck is just neutral. You're going to squeeze the palms towards each other by dropping the elbows. Drop the elbows, shoulders relax, and then pull down. Pull down. So you want to feel the crown of the head go up as the jaw goes down, as the pulling of the jaw and the temporal mandibular joint stretches down. And you want as much kind of surface area, sticky quality in the hands as possible to elongate the stretch. Again, keep the shoulders as relaxed as possible while you do this. You want to drop the elbows, engage your core to do this. So avoid this. Elbows down, okay? Keep the elbows down. Good, that should be feeling better already. Good, now go to the back of the head and give yourself like a little squeeze back here. So this is my right hand. I'm going to squeeze on the right side of my spine. I'm going to squeeze up top, close to where the skull, the back of my head meets my neck. I'm going to squeeze up here in this region. This region is what we call the wind pool in Chinese medicine. So often there's tension there. We say that wind likes to enter there or collect there. So we want to stimulate the immune system at the surface here to keep the wind outside of the house, so to speak. So give it a good long squeeze by dropping the elbow and the shoulder. Okay, don't raise the shoulder to do the squeeze. Okay, good. Now go to the other side. Good, and just squeeze, starting at the top. Starting at the top, and then you can work your way down the neck. Just find those tense areas. Find those tense areas and just give yourself a little bit of time to give a slow, steady squeeze and loosen up the muscles there. Just loosen up the muscles there. Should feel good. Should feel good in your body. Good. And then do alternating sides. Start at the top, go down. Just top to bottom. Good, all right, that should feel more loose and relaxed. Give a little side bending, and then you can roll on the forward plane. Okay. I'm just gonna grab a chair so that I can sit down and be at a better height for you. Okay, good. A little easier on my legs. I was doing stance training there for a second, for a couple minutes. Good, so from here, stretch your hands out. So think of the hands going forward and all the joint spaces opening rather than going back. Okay, so think open, joints open, rather than, because if you're going back, you're actually closing the joint space. So you want to go open, like you are telescoping your hands out, and then think about doing the same thing for your wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Engage your core while you do this, and you can think about, if you're sitting down, you can take this stretch all the way into your feet. Just use your mind. It doesn't matter like how far out you go, especially with the toes. You just want to think about opening up all the joint spaces in the hands, fingers, feet and toes, elbows, knees, shoulders, hips. You do this by engaging your core, keeping the spine straight. Good. Good. You can shake it out if you want. Good. And then warm the hands. And then in between the fingers. Good. And then from here, you're going to cup the hands so that there's a space inside here. You're going to cup the hands, and then you're going to strike the opposite shoulder. Okay? Strike the opposite shoulder with a cupped hand. So this helps to percuss the muscle. So we're massaging our muscle, releasing tension. And it's almost like you want to be as loose as possible, but keep a cupped hand. The cupped hand helps bring like a tonifying percussion to the muscle. It's less traumatic than a rigid palm. For both the palm and the muscle, it's striking. So we use this in Chinese tuina massage. And the other side. Good. All right. And then from there, use your cupped hand and start to strike on this point right here at the bend of the elbow. This is where a lot of tension can hang up right here on the sort of the thumb side, on the lower portion of the elbow. So here's the elbow crease, and it's down here. So it's almost like you just want to relax and let the arm drop onto the other arm. So you want to hold as little tension as possible. And then go down the line, down to the thumb and the palm. Good. Now start up here in this area, right underneath the collarbone, above the shoulder, and then go down. So you want to go down this line here. This is the lung channel. You're going to go out to the thumb area. So we're going kind of on the ridge and on the slightly inside part of our arm. So here's the ridge. So I'm going to go ridge slightly inside with the cupped palm. Okay, so from here, collarbone area, all the way down to the thenar eminence of the thumb, all the way down to the thumb. And again, don't lift the shoulder. Keep the shoulder down, chin is tucked, well rooted in through your feet, cupped hand. It's very relaxed. Don't overthink it. Should feel good. Okay, other side. So starting at the top. Oh, sorry. Let's start at the elbow area, and just do a couple of these. Just letting your hand drop with gravity. Cupped hand. Just practicing the cupped hand, and opening up that joint and that area where there can be some tension. Good. Then you're going to go from the collarbone area above the shoulder joint down to the thumb. And you can go a little bit lighter once you get down to the hand. Just adjust the percussion accordingly. Should feel good in your body. Should not feel you're not beating yourself up. You're doing the opposite of beating yourself up. You're giving yourself a massage. Good. Since it's autumn season, we want to massage and tonify the lung channel. Open up the lung channel, open up the lungs themselves. And the lung channel in Chinese medicine goes from here on out to the thumb, tip of the thumb. Good. Then from here, just give yourself a little massage right there on that point. Sometimes it can feel a little tender. Give it some extra attention if it feels tender. And it's a region. So this region underneath this collarbone area, just see if you can open it up and find the tender spots. Give those tender spots some love. Open it up, reduce the tension, and gives your lung meridians and the lung organs themselves some good loving. Good. And then from here, massage the thumb. Massage the thumb. So you want to use the other hand and just give a good grip, and you're going to take this thumb region here. Let's see if I can get a better shot here. You're going to keep it in this shape here. So you don't want the thumb to be over here. It's going to be more like this C shape. So you want to encourage it to go there. So what I'm doing is I'm slightly tractioning the thumb, and then I'm going to bring that all the way out to the tip of the lung channel, which is at the corner of the nail. Corner of the nail of the thumb. Okay, good. Do the other side too. And you really want to just help to traction these joints. And again, you want your thumb position be more like this, not like this. Encourage your thumb position to go there. And again, just as loose as you can with as little tension as you can with the massaging side. Okay, open it up here in the wrist. Open it up. And then squeeze so you can feel the front of the hand and the back of the bone on the medial side of the wrist, start to open up, and then you can articulate in there a little bit. You might hear a little snap, crackle, pop. Open that up. Good. And then again, just open it up this way. And if you're standing, you can drop it down this way. Good. And then from here, you want to start to massage your liver area. Good. So liver area here, massage on the ribs. Start to massage this way. So here. And I'm doing this by dropping my shoulders. I'm not pressing hard into my body. I'm dropping my shoulders and I'm bringing my core in to give that sort of sticky quality of my hands against my ribs. Good. And then massage your belly. So you're going to go crosswise across the belly. And again, really easy, like really extend the arms. Extend the arms by relaxing them and lengthening them to massage across the abdomen. Then interlace the fingers, start at the top of your belly, and then go down your left side. So in the direction that your colon wants to go. And again, don't bend forward, just stay in your stance. Keep dropping your shoulders. Drop your scapula, shoulder bones. And go the other direction. Okay, we just want to encourage the colon to do its thing. We want to keep the waist moving out in an orderly manner. Good. And then from here, massage the kidneys. So back of the hands. And again, very loose. Don't bend forward. Makes it harder. So straighten your spine and massage the kidneys this way. Keep the chin slightly tucked. You're not really going up and down with your body. Your shoulders are just stable and still. And just not a lot of tension, not a lot of pressure towards the kidneys. Just circulating energy. Good. All right, good. And then from there, let's do a little bit of circles in the waist. Yeah. Circling the waist. Good. And just try and round out the corners. Okay, don't go for just a singular end feel. Make the motion elliptical, smoothing out the corners. Go the other way too. Smoothing out the corners. Good. And then from here, let's stretch down. So bending at the waist, drop the arms straight down. The feet are parallel. Drop straight down and let the lower back, the backs of the legs, the glutes, just let gravity do the stretch for you. Don't force it. Let go of your arms, your shoulders, your neck, even your neck tractions down. And then when you roll up, engage the pelvic floor first and the base of your spine, bending the knees, and go from the base of the spine up. So roll up from the base, up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to the top. So the shoulders are not involved at all. You're not pulling yourself up, you're rolling yourself up from the bottom. Good. When you're up, you can walk your feet in or step in. Good. And then from here, let's go back to where we began. So sink a little bit. As you sink, open up the palms. Stay on the front half of your body. Raise up, front, and down, front center line. Good. Inhale, big inhalation. Filling the lungs. Lungs is our theme today for the autumn season. As the atmosphere dries out and the wind starts blowing, the temperature fluctuates, becomes cool in the mornings and the evenings. Maybe cooler in some places than others. Might be a lot cooler in Alaska than it is here in California. We got other stuff going on in California. The dry weather. So the lungs like to be moist, but not wet. So it's like a cloud. The cloud wants to float up and move through the skies. If it's too heavy, it feels more like a fog than a cloud. So we like to say that the lungs are like a cloud. It mists the fluids down to the other organs. So you can have that imagery here. You have the clouds misting the good fluids down to all the other organs. The lungs are somewhat more vulnerable than the other organs because it is in contact with the exterior, because we breathe. You know, your liver is not contacted with the exterior world in the same way. It's a closed system. So the lungs, one of the organs, is kind of like the first gate as we interact with the exterior world through respiration. Good. And then from here, from the lungs area, just sink a little bit to fold the arms up towards your chest region. And then from here, stand slowly and then expand as if you're expanding the lungs, but think about the backs of the lungs as well. So come towards the center and then expand the lungs, thinking in all directions, so front, sides, and back, like you're a big inflating balloon. Monitor the weight on your feet so that you're not leaning forward or backwards or to the edges of the feet, but you just stay right in the center. Like the weight is not shifting around the foot as you're moving up and down. Keep it still. Keep this chin slightly tucked and move up and down through the central axis, but don't lean the central axis in any direction. So expanding the lungs. You can also expand the sacral area. So the sacrum feels like it's going wide and expanding out in this shape, kind of rib-like shape. Keep the shoulders and the elbows relaxed, so the elbows are lower than the wrists, which are lower than the hands. Big inhalation, slow exhalation. Big inhalation, slow exhalation. And last time. Good. Now drop the arms down and up and down with the palms. This is just like moving like a wave with the arms. The arms are moving like a wave. Very gentle. But the spine is straight. So don't lean forward or back. The spine is straight. It's almost like there's a puff of air underneath your arms. Your arms are like a horizontal sail. There's a little puff of air floating the arms up. Doesn't take much effort. So, up and down. And then from here, when you get to the chest level, turn the palms so they see each other, then expand out. And then toward each other again, and then back down. Good for your breathing. Inhale as you go up and out. And exhale as you go in and down. And you can split up the breathing into the 4 parts if you want to. But it's recommended if you can to do this 2-part breathing. Good. Bring your core in. Fill the feet. Keep the weight in the centers of the feet as you expand out. Really try to be very clean with the weight on the feet. It's not moving around. And tune into yourself so you can monitor your feet and you can adjust accordingly. And you can adjust. So you're not leaning forward into the toes. As you raise and as you lower, you stay on the centers of your feet. There's weight on the entire sole of the foot, but it's not moving around very much. It feels sturdy and still and calm. You want a calm feeling. So the soles of the feet, what we say, the bubbling spring arises from this area where energy from the earth enters into the body from the kidney channel, the bubbling spring, the Yongchuan point. And we say that respiration happens, the inhalation happens, the drawing in of the breath happens because the kidneys are drawing the breath in. So rather than the lungs move like a bellows, but the breath draws into the body because of the kidneys. The kidneys draw in, and then the lungs can open and expand like a bellows. Good. All right, so I hope you've taken care of your lungs for today. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.